Right, if this dream did come true of becoming a singer, becoming an artist or whatever, what do you think you could personally bring to the music industry? Do you have a vision?
I'd like to bring more variety. I'd like to show people, look, European music or English music is great, don't get me wrong, but there's so much more out there. You know, listen to old Chinese classical music. You know, all these different music, and they kind of get ignored because, oh, it's not modern, but you can get some of the most modern kind of music from the most traditional things. So, you know, just diversity. I want people to see that there's a bigger world, really, and just music that inspires them and think it's okay, you know, I'm having a rubbish day, but I can still keep going.
Does the idea of performing live appeal to you?
Yes and no. I love being in front of a crowd, but my legs start to wobble. They do. I mean, even when I did my first video, my legs were shaking because I was that nervous. And I was far away from the camera because you couldn't actually see, but my arms were just going like that. That's how nervous. So there's part of me that loves it, and then there's another part of me that's very quiet and just like, no, I don't want this. But it's something I would get over because I love it so much. I love the kind of feel and vibe you get when people are listening to you, and you can't compare it to anything else, really.
Does it feel really good when you're kind of singing something that you've written yourself?
Yes, that feels
it's
great.
Not, yeah,
it feels so good.
It is.
I mean, it's nice when you sing someone else's song, but when you sing something which has your message, and it's like, this is my song. I find it's one of the most ultimate forms of human expression. It is.
Almost. Do you know what I mean?
Because, you know, someone might not listen to you. If you were saying the same thing talking, they might not listen to you, but the moment you put a melody and instruments and all that kind of stuff into a song, it becomes so much more powerful.
Yeah, no, definitely. Just supposing, you know, if the kind of singing, like performing side didn't take off, could you get into songwriting for other artists?
Yeah, definitely.
You could?
Yeah, I'm always getting ideas for songs. They normally tend to come in the middle of the night when I'm just about to go to sleep. So I have a little notebook, and every time I have ideas, I just scribble it down, and then my sister gets angry at me because she wants to sleep, and she's like, turn the light off, and wait 5 minutes, let me get down these lyrics. That would be something I'd probably end up doing if I couldn't make it for myself.
Yeah, no, of course, you like the idea of doing something for other people.
Anything music. So long as music's in my life, I'm happy.
Right, just to wrap things up, you know, it's been wonderful. I've had a really good time. Let's just talk dream world for a moment. You know, welcome to my world. You know, if you want to look at the biggest dreamer, you're looking at one here. But what are we now? We're in 2011. June the 8th, 2011. In the year 2021, 10 years from now, where would you like to be, and what would you like to be doing? It's a tough question, but just sort of like, you know, an instinctive sort of idea.
I want to know. I like the idea of adventure, not knowing, but I'd like to think that I'd gone, even if I'd failed, but that I'd tried my best. And I think, okay, I might not have succeeded, but I did my best. That's what I'd want, knowing that I'd done the best with the time I had, essentially. Yeah. That would be the biggest kind of thing I could hope for. Yeah.
Looking at your channels, Claire, you know, to me it seems that you're good at an awful lot of stuff. You seem to, you know, in my eyes, you seem to be one of these annoying people, annoying, just sort of like infuriating people who's good at everything. But you know, like, I've got a friend called Bart. He's just like that. He just seems to be good at all sorts. But you know, it takes guts for me to ask this question. But is there anything that you're not good at?
A lot of things. I can't do maths to save my life. I can do, if I'm holding, for example, something physical like money, I don't have a problem because I can visualize it. I can't think in words, I think in pictures. So things like spelling, you probably see it in some of my videos. I've got some of the most horrendous spelling mistakes because I can't wrap my head around it. And the only thing that really gets me to remember things like spelling mistakes or maths is when I kind of get humiliated into remembering it, because it's kind of trauma, kind of forces you to remember. Anything.
Did that happen at school?
Yeah, I got called stupid. You know, and I thought that for years. I thought, you know, I can't do maths, everyone else can do it, I must be stupid. And I realised no, I'm not stupid, I'm just dyslexic, and it means that I'm not very talented in others areas, but very talented in others. So I thought, it's okay, you know, this is a problem, everyone has problems, just do your best with the talents you have, really.
It seems like you've certainly reflected that.
Yeah.
No,
I think about that a lot. Well, it was rough, but I'm glad it happened, because I think if I hadn't had those experiences, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. It gave me the motivation to think, I don't care about what other people want me to do. I want to prove to myself that I can do stuff and that I'm not stupid. And that, I'm glad for that kind of pain, really, because it meant that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Have the years toughened you up?
Yeah.
They have.
Now, a few years ago, you know, someone could have said something like the comments I get on YouTube normally, and I'd have been crying about it for weeks. There's still comments that do get under my skin to a degree, but now I almost laugh at them. Sometimes I even take screenshots of the ones that are the worst, and I have this game where the way I get over it is I try and think, what's the nicest way I could reply to the nastiest comment? The best nasty comment I got was on Christmas Day. On my nail tutorial, someone left a comment saying, "You're ugly, fuck you." It was just out of the blue. There was no motivation or anything. And at first I was going to have a rant at this guy and just think, you know, what is your problem? And I thought, no, let's make this fun. And I replied and said, "Merry Christmas to you too." And this guy got so agitated. It was fun. I know that sounds mean, but it was fun, because when you don't react and you don't let it get to you, and you're not rude, when you sink to their level, you've lost the argument, really. But if you keep your composure, it can be hard at first, because sometimes you want to let it rip. But when you don't, it feels great, because I get so agitated.
And what's the nicest comment you've ever had?
Nicest?
Or one of the nicest? Because you probably get loads of nice ones, but
I get a few.
What's probably one of the nicest you've ever had? Is there one that sticks in your mind?
I can't remember the exact wording of the email.
Just the gist.
I think it was like a 14-year-old girl or something. There were two. There was one on my hair donation video. I cut my hair to donate it to charity, and I got loads of people commenting on that. And there was one girl who said that she'd gone through alopecia, so she'd lost her hair and all that, and it really damaged her confidence. And she said that people like me made her feel like the world was still a good place. And I read that and I just burst into tears, because it just felt appreciated, and it's just like I've affected someone's life. Even if they didn't physically get that hair to make that wig, it made their day better, and those comments make my day. They really do.
Well, listen, Claire, it's been wonderful meeting you. I'm so glad that we've got this interview done. And, you know, it's been lovely. You giving me the time to interview you, and maybe we should sort of get on with my face, because you know my face does need a lot of work. You know,
it's almost done now.
Yeah. You don't have to be polite for the camera. You know what I mean? You can, you know. But listen, thanks a lot, Claire.
No problem. It was nice.
Yeah.
Let's just make this look a little bit more horrendous. It's too fun making this look horrible. That's fine.
Looking for words I can't find for you. Searching for